Hey, this is Mike Ellen from Syntax Syndicate. This video is part of our Diving into Development Bootcamp series. What we're going to be looking at here is getting you set up with a free hosting account. We need a host so that we have a place that we can transfer your files to that can be accessed by anyone with an internet connection and a browser. There's a lot of paid-for solutions out there, but for the sake of learning how to develop, there are a few free ones out there that'll do just nicely. The one I'm going to show you today is 000webhost.com. Now, one thing that's nice about their free account is they won't advertise on your site. So, once you upload your files, the next thing you know, you won't find yourself dealing with banners all over the place. And that's usually the case with most free hosting providers. So that's not the case with them, though, which is great. And if we scroll down and look at their features, what we have here is 1,500 megabytes of disk space. That's a little over a gig. That simply means that from a file size standpoint, you can't go over that limit. And from a data transfer standpoint, we're looking at 100 gigs a month, which is an immense amount of data transfer. That'll certainly be fine for our needs. Now, to go ahead and get signed up, all you do is just click on the Order Now. It's a pretty painless process. Up at the top here, if you have your own domain name, let's say you registered it at GoDaddy or register.com, you want to insert that here. But assuming you don't have a domain name, what you want to do is just enter something unique into this field here. You'll notice that at this time, following that text input field is .host56.com. If yours is different, don't worry, it almost certainly will be. They essentially generate an address for you to use. So don't worry if you're not seeing the same exact extension here after that input field. Next, you're just going to insert your name, your email, choose a fairly strong password. You're going to enter the code that you see here, agree to their terms of service, which essentially say don't upload any porn and don't upload any pirated software. A pretty no-brainer there. So once you create your account, you'll get an email welcoming you that'll have some high-level details. From there, you can go ahead and log in, and this is what the interface is going to look like once you're in. Now, the information that we want to kind of key in on here is the FTP details. Now, if you scroll down a little bit, this can be found under File Upload Details. And we'll see here that we've got an FTP host name, our FTP username, and then the password will be the password that you chose in the previous step. Now, just above that, under Website Details, we can see that here's our URL for our website. Now, nothing's there yet. We're about to put a file up there for testing purposes, but you're going to want to take note of this, maybe throw it in your bookmarks or save it as a favorite, because this is where you're going to go when you want to view your work. Now, if you watched our video before on File Transfer Protocol, you'll understand what I'm doing next here, but essentially I'm going to fire up FileZilla so that we can move a test file over and make sure we're up and running. Now, I don't have a test file just yet. I've prepped a file here in Notepad. Essentially, this is some bare bones HTML, and the page will simply say this is just a test. Now, what I'll do is go ahead and save this. If you've got another HTML editor that you prefer, that's fine. I want to keep this as simple as possible for those that may not have one, in which case you can use Notepad. The important thing, though, is make sure you don't leave the .txt file name extension. Go ahead and select all of that and wipe it out. Now, I'm going to name this file index.html. The reason I'm going to name it index.html is because with that particular file name, the server will recognize this as the default file, which means that if somebody goes to your website, this is the file that will be loaded. And I'll just save this on my desktop for now. I'll go ahead and close Notepad. And now if I click away from my desktop view and click back on my desktop, we'll see this file here. Now, what we want to do is go ahead and connect to the server. So we can go back to this page, or you can refer to the email that they sent you. And I'm going to copy my host name here. Go back over to FileZilla and paste it under host. I'm going to grab the username that was issued to me and paste it in username. Again, I'm going to fly through this. If you're unfamiliar with FileZilla or File Transfer Protocol in general, definitely check out our other video. And then I'm going to go ahead and insert the password that I chose in the previous step and select Quick Connect. And once I'm logged in, you'll see over on the right side we have a few files. Essentially, we've got this flag that says do not upload here. That literally means don't upload or place any of your files there within this what's considered a root directory, because nobody will be able to access it. Where we want to go is inside of this public._HTML file or folder. Now, I've already uploaded my index.html file to test previously, so I'll go ahead and delete that for now. You may see a default.php file in there. Essentially, that file just reminds you of the terms of service and serves as somewhat of a placeholder. Now, over on the left side, I've got my index.html file, so I'll just drag and drop that. And now if I head back over and review my new hosting location here, I'll just right-click this and open it in a new tab, and we'll see this is just a test. And you'll notice that we're going to our unique domain name, and everything's up and working. So I hope that you found this video helpful. Again, 000 web host, pretty straightforward. They do offer paid for plans, but again, you don't need it for now. If you have any questions, post them in the comment section, and I hope to see you next video. Thanks.